Hey, what's going on, guys? So, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to become more smarter and how to develop deeper understanding in virtually any topic. And so, um, I'll be using the five elements of effective thinking to demonstrate this. And we're also going to be utilizing the framework called Making Up Your Own Mind by Edward Berger. And so, both of these concepts are from Edward Berger. If you want more information, please visit my first video on this YouTube channel. I describe what this channel is all about and what this all is essentially. So the framework that I'm going to be providing and the concepts here is that I'm going to provide you a puzzle. It's going to be a whimsical puzzle, and your task is to not solve the puzzle. It's to develop deeper understanding in the puzzle. So the question is not what is the answer? No. The question is how much deeper can you think through the puzzle so that you can develop these mental muscles. Because in reality, the answer is not really the thing. If you think about education as a whole, if you're going to go get a bachelor's degree, the certificate is not the thing. It's the journey. It's the person who you become along that journey that is the thing. And so we have to understand that when we approach the small whimsical puzzles that I will be providing, which will only be one in this video, it's that the journey is the thing. And providing the five elements of effective thinking are essentially, these are ways of thinking that if you apply them, these ways of thinking will become a part of who you are. And you'll naturally begin to then apply these to the larger puzzles of your life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and I'm going to provide you guys a puzzle to think through. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive into the puzzle. So roommates from Reuter. Hi, my name is Ralph, and I live in an all-male luxurious dorm known as Reuter Hall with my roommate, Rich. One Saturday, we decided to host a Ruckus Roto Reuter party in our room, and we invited four other pairs of roommates from our floor. When everyone arrived, various handshakes took place. Obviously, no one shook hands with himself, and perhaps less obviously, no one shook hands with his own roommate. Also, no one shook hands with the same person more than once. After the handshaking stopped, I asked each of the nine other guys in the room how many hands he had shaken. Much to my amazement, each person gave a different number as his answer. Here's your challenge. How many hands did Rich shake? So, your challenge is to go ahead and apply five elements of effective thinking to this puzzle. So it's earth, fire, water, air. And the last one is the quintessential element. For more reference, please visit the link that I went ahead and just provided in this video. If you want to go ahead and look at the elements of effective thinking. So now what I'll be doing after this specific snippet of this video is that I'm going to be showing you guys interactions from University of Texas students as we go ahead and work on this puzzle together. And potentially this could provide you some additional insight that you had not had. And it's very interesting. I personally don't have the answer to this puzzle yet. So although one of my experiences, the person did say we got the answer, he explained it, I didn't understand. So hopefully, maybe you guys can understand for me. So again, but the answer is not the thing; it's the how deeply can you think. So let's go ahead and give it a stab, and then look at the video after this that we're gonna, and it'll show like, oh, okay, well, how do these people approach it? And yeah.
Hello. Want to try a puzzle? You may become smarter through a puzzle. And you might become a TikTok star. I only have like 5 subscribers.
Oh no.
Here you go. So essentially, I don't have the answer to this puzzle, but we're not trying to get the answer. We're trying to engage with the puzzle. It doesn't have an answer. I just don't have the answer.
Okay. We decided to host a party. We, specifically being Ralph and Rich.
I think so.
Clearly.
I hope so.
I'm being like very
This is
particular.
great.
Okay.
This is great.
And so there's 4 other pairs, so that's 8.
Yeah.
So then we have, so I'm just double checking.
So you have pairs too?
Yeah. So there are 9 other guys in the room for sure, but they all said a different number. Wasn't that like a permutation or something combination-y? I don't know. One of those like math problems.
Kind of sounds
so
like
if you're how many hands did Rich shake?
Yeah.
And he shakes 9 hands. So 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4. 3 plus 2 plus 1. Like oh, but that's just how many hands did Rich shake, so not how many actually have in the room.
Yeah. So we know Rich can shake 8 people's hands, but they can't.
Where are we? Are we in the South? Are we in Texas?
I love this. Okay.
We're in Texas and he shook 8 hands.
Okay, question. So how would you approach this? Would you say you're kind of stuck on it, or
Stuck?
yeah, on getting the answer?
I'm not sure
There is an answer.
all the rest of the information.
So what if we assume there is?
So if we assume we have all information,
Yeah.
and we're assuming that normal people shake everyone's hands in the room, then it should be 8.
Normal people. Okay.
Like,
Good point.
yeah.
Are we saying so? Then should we consider that Rich is a normal person? What if he's not a normal person?
Exactly. So that's why I was saying where's he
Maybe he's
from?
from Texas. He's gonna take everyone's hand.
Yeah. Then you shake everyone's hand and say,
We don't. But again, we don't really know, right?
yeah.
He could be from
Yeah, we don't.
Alaska, where I'm from.
Okay.
So he can shake no one's hand because no one's hand to shake. But there are people there, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. So I would like to guide you through some thought process. Quick.
Okay.
So the whole purpose of this experience is to develop deeper understanding.
Okay.
So there's 5 elements I think this puzzle from a book called Make Up Your Own Mind.
Okay.
So let's start. Can we kind of point out 3 basic components of this puzzle?
Yeah.
What would you say were the 3 basic components of this puzzle?
The amount of people in the room, Rich, and whether he wants to shake people's hands and part it.
Which one do you want to go down? Which one do you think is going to lead us toward the answer?
I think if we define where he's from,
Where he's from?
then he would probably shake everyone's hands.
Okay. Good
Like
point.
we need to define who Rich is.
Who Rich is? Okay. Let's dive deeper. Anything? If we spotlight the specific, which is a mental model, we say, okay, well, can we determine? Does anything about this puzzle point us toward a direction to help us figure out where Rich is from?
I don't know much about where the name Rich comes from.
Maybe
My
Rich.
name is Ralph, and I live. He's an all-male dorm. It's Rooter Hall. I
A
know.
lot of R's, huh?
Roommates from Rooter.
2 R's already. It's like 3 R's.
Yeah, that's true.
Roommates, Rooter, Ralph, Rich.
I don't know what R says about anything.
Okay. So if we would assume that R says something about Rich, maybe Rich is rich.
Okay.
Maybe go down that flow, right? Can we? Maybe it's a dead end if we go down that flow of ideas. But maybe let's consider, okay, can we add some adjectives? Let's say we assume that Rich was rich. Can we add an adjective on that? So can we say, okay, well, it's almost like or I guess can you add an adjective to the puzzle? Can you describe it?
Can I describe the puzzle?
Yeah.
Adjective?
Describe what we're facing right now. Describe where the barrier is. Like, how are you feeling when you're approaching this puzzle? Like, what's causing you to be confused?
Definitions.
Definitions, okay. What would you want this puzzle to be defined in a specific way? Like, what would help?
Knowing more information about Rich.
Okay. So if we knew Rich was from Texas,
Yeah.
but we still have an answer.
Well, I guess like not definitively.
But we would have a direction to go now,
We
right?
have direction based on other information.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and apply on the fire, which is failing. I'm trying to provoke thought. I'm
Okay.
failing fast.
Okay.
So let's assume that Rich was from Texas, and everyone from Texas shakes hands.
Mhm.
Can the same logic be applied to someone who is in a Rooter Hall? So Rooter Hall is essentially, I mean, what kind of roommate would you be if you don't shake someone's hand?
Mhm.
So
That's true.
you
So we
think-
need to know more about the hall.
The hall. So now we kind of learned. Okay, so now we can think about where the hall is. So we have the hall. Roommates and Rooter. What does this puzzle define about the hall? Well, it seems almost like
All
it's
male.
all male. I mean, I guess I don't know what to point out from that. Do all males shake hands with each other? I think so. I would hope so. I don't know.
Sure.
But it's Rooter Hall, and it's all males. So now we're kind of getting into the structure of the puzzle. Can we intentionally fail? What if we say that? I guess question for you: what is an obviously wrong answer from this puzzle?
More from the people in the room. Like, what counts as a normal handshake? Like, do we say, okay,
Oh,
like if you have like
Yeah.
the 8 other people in the room, if you have multiple handshakes with one person, like does that still count as one? Like once you cross off, like once you've shaken hands with somebody, like now you
Yeah.
hit one, or can they double?
Correct. According to the puzzle, they can shake multiple. Like for example, it says roommates. We can't shake hands with the
No one
same
shook
roommate.
hands with himself. No one shook hands with his own roommate.
There we go. You got it. Well, you got at least a better. We got a eureka moment. We figured out structure that we didn't have before. So we just realized that a person can shake. Like if you're not my roommate, I can shake your hand 9 times.
And also no one shook hands with the same person more than once. Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it?
Wait, so it's still 8.
Can we read that?
Also, no one shook hands with the same person more than once.
Okay. I thought we got. I thought we got.
So then obviously no one shook hands with himself. No one shook hands with his roommate. I still think it's 8. Because what like
Okay,
what's
let's go down the floor. No, go down the floor.
Okay, well I still think it's 8 because no one shook hands with their roommate and no one shook hands double, and there's 8 other guys that came to the room.
So there's 8 guys. We take. So let's just say there's 8 people. But can a person shake? But then
Are we getting all handshakes in the room or just Rich's?
just Riches. We're just trying to figure out how much hands Rich shook.
Well, I still think it's 8.
But can't he shake only one?
He can.
According to the
No one
logic,
shook hands with himself and no one shook hands with his own roommate.
he can shake hands with another roommate only one time. Will that logically be possible? According to the constraints of the puzzle, it should be possible, right? For him to shake hands with only one person, which is
I mean, yeah.
not the roommate.
Yeah.
So now we.
So we're deciding on 1 through 8.
That's what it
Like
sounds
if he doesn't like one person, then he's only shaking 7 hands.
Correct. He could,
Okay,
yeah, correct.
okay.
And there's 8 people other than his own roommate.
So you're trying to get me to say a more interesting answer than 8.
No, I'm saying I don't think 8's the answer.
Okay.
Because I guess question for you would be, if it were 8, okay. My question would be, if it was 8,
There's not 4 pairs, right? There's 4 pairs.
there's 4 pairs, correct?
Yeah.
So my question would be, when every person shook hands, it's as much money as each person gave a different answer as his answer. So including Rich, right?
So if they weren't methodical about shaking hands, then you just don't know.
Right. Well, we're assuming we don't know, but there has to be a logical answer, right? I mean, there has to be a logical answer. I have a this puzzle from a book, and there has to be. It would make sense. The experience is that I don't know the answer to it. We're trying to get to it. I don't think it's 8 because number one, it's still variable. We're up to say Rich shook hands with 8 people. We're now saying, okay, well, we now know out of all the people, we now know how much hands that Rich shook if we're saying 8. So for example, provided that we already know that much money each person gave a different answer, different number as his answer. Out of those 8 people, the first person could have shook hands with 1 person. The second person could have shook hands with 2 people. The third person could have shook hands with 3 people. So we're still kind of stuck.
But it's Rich's room. So he's
Okay.
greeting them.
Is what?
He's greeting them.
So we're back at figuring out if Rich is a good person, right?
Well, you shake hands with people to like welcome them into your space and like let them know that if you mess around with the stuff in my room, like you've shaken hands with me, so like I know exactly what you look like.
So then that's a good point. Good
And there's
perspective.
more like moral,
Yeah.
like weight to doing something wrong.
That's a good perspective because now we're thinking about potentially who would be more likely to shake a hand. So for example, if Rich is the one greeting them,
Yeah.
then he'd be more inclined to shake a hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's his room.
Okay, I like that. I mean, I think that's a good direction. Can we ask another question, which would be, can we ask what, being your own Socrates asking many questions, can we ask a question that is more oriented around, what's the real question? Are we considering the right question? So maybe, does it matter how much, okay, when Puzzle asks the question,
How many hands
did Rich
did
shake?
Rich shake?
Would we get the answer if we knew how many hands did Ralph shake? Did Ralph shake hands at all? some puzzles they work. You know, if you get another answer, you get the puzzle begins to unfold.
Mhm.
So maybe we're considering not the correct question.
Mhm.
I guess maybe I'll prompt us to think about how many hands do you think Ralph shook? Do we maybe know how much hands he shook? So it seems like it's coming from Ralph's perspective with the analysis, right?
Mhm.
My name is Ralph. So he's like reflecting on this.
Was Ralph even there? Was it 0?
I live with my roommate Rich. That's a good point. Was he there? Huh?
They invited them, but was Rich not necessarily there?
So if Ralph was not there, wouldn't we know Wouldn't we know that Rich only shook one?
0
Eight
hands.
people, well, he shook 8 people's hands. We would know for certain, right? But think about it. If Ralph is not there, Rich is not shaking Ralph's hand. He's shaking everyone else's hand who gets there. So then we know that.
But shaking roommate's hands is already excluded from our considerations.
No, but think about it. So there's 8 people. Let's just say Ralph was not there, correct?
Well, I was thinking Rich was not there, because then that makes it 0. Because it says we decided to host a party and we invited,
Yeah,
but it does not specifically say that Rich is there.
So because he invited 4 pairs of roommates.
Yeah. And it doesn't specifically state that. When everyone arrived, various handshakes took place. Obviously, no one shook hands himself. Also, no one shook hands with the same person.
Yeah.
I asked each of the 9 other guys. Well, it does say 9 other guys.
9 other guys.
So, but that does not specifically
doesn't mean
mean
he
it
was
was
there.
Rich.
Yeah. It could be.
That's my name. Each person gets their answer. So Rich could have not been there, and it could have been 0.
He could say 0. Good point.
All right, so we did come to a conclusion with her, and she said 0 as an answer. So I still don't know if that's the correct answer. But essentially, it was quite interesting just to kind of see her perspective that she was providing for the puzzle, and that she was essentially saying that it would depend on where Rich is from. So a person who has morality would shake someone's hand if they come into their dorm. And so very interesting perspective. So we're going to keep going to see what other people think. She did point out that potentially Rich was not there. So, but it's quite interesting just to see off the bat that she was already applying add the adjective mental model to begin with by calling it a permutation problem. So this stuff is definitely ingrained in people's minds as already an existing mental model from Edward Berger's book.
Really good one.
You as well.
Is it safe to assume that it's 2 roommates per room?
That's a good point. Good question. Let's see. My name is Ralph, and I live in an all-male dorm. So they invited essentially 4 other pairs of roommates. So they're saying essentially a pair can be 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's a good question. I like your question. Not many people ask that. I don't know if it's safe to assume that. It seems to be likely too, though, because of the way it's worded. Specifically, it says Ralph. It says my name is Ralph, and I live in an all-male dorm with my roommate Rich. And when he's saying I invited other pairs, he has to refer. When he's saying other pairs, he could be referring to more closely to his pair of roommate. So that there's 2. Are you stuck? If you're stuck, that's perfect, because then we have a way to get unstuck. So essentially,
I just don't want to make an easy assumption and get it wrong.
that's exactly what you want to do. This is okay.
Okay.
That's what you want to do, actually. That's the whole purpose of this experience. The whole purpose of this experience, what I'm doing here, is to say we want to feel like I want to make sure you become smarter after you leave this table. And so the way I'm going to do that right now is by prompting you to fail. So I'm going to say, okay, fail effectively. So there's 5 elements of effective thinking. There's earth, fire, water, air. One of them is fire, and fire is failing because fire hurts, but failing is really good because it reveals new insights. So as you're thinking, that's fine. So
Okay, so
give me a
8
fail
people.
attempt. 8 people.
Yeah.
Why is that wrong?
It's my best guess. I don't know that it's wrong.
I've seen this so many times. I can't.
Okay.
You can't? Oh, you can. Can't.
Good
You don't know
question.
how to? No.
If it was 8 people. So my question is, because I'm trying to figure out. So you said 8 people. That would be that's a good answer.
I
Actually,
can't do this right now.
Why is it a good answer?
Thank you.
For sure, guys. Why is it a good answer? I think it's a good answer because if you had said 20 people, I would be concerned. Right? Had you said -1, I would have been more worried because -1 can't be the answer. So you said 8. So now let's think about why that would not work. Well, it says, much to my amazement, each person gave a different number as his answer, right?
Yeah.
So if a person gave every single person that they asked, which is 9 other guys, they gave a different number as their answer. Then we can't be certain. See?
Yeah.
So that's where we learn from the failure, right?
Yeah.
So you see, just by failing, we kind of got a little bit more structure. So can you describe this puzzle? Add an adjective. Just give me some descriptors. So like, how do you feel when you read this puzzle? I can start with 1. Binary, maybe? Unusual? Weird?
Incoherent.
Incoherent? Okay. And I can see how it could be incoherent because it's kind of confusing. Because it's coming from Ralph's perspective, right? It's not stated as facts. It's coming from a personal perspective, which is Ralph. So now I have one more question. Is it possible that Ralph was not there? Do we know 100% that Ralph was there? So, if we come here and we say we invited one pair of roommates, what number would this turn to? What would the 9 turn to? Wouldn't the 9 turn to 3?
Yes.
I hope I'm doing my math right.
Yeah,
It would turn maybe to 3.
yes.
So, but, okay, I don't know the answer to it. But the point here is that by applying these 5 elements of effective thinking, there's 5 elements, we have gotten to a state of, just because you quickly failed, we're able to reveal some structure on the puzzle, even if it's a little bit. We found that, okay, the core problem, so if we think about the element of air, there's 5 elements of effective thinking, if we think about the element of air, what's the main issue? It sounds like the main question that we're trying to ask is, do we know, what does air mean? That seems to be the underlying core problem, right? Yeah, go for it. We're working on this puzzle here. I have a YouTube channel, so it's an experience that I'm trying to provide UT students.
I'd say 16.
So the reason why she said 16 is because essentially what we're thinking is you can't shake your hand with, what did it say?
You can't shake your own hand, but you can shake the other person's hand twice so they have 2 hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then you have 8
Wait,
people. About
wait,
eight
pause,
people.
wait. Shake
I
hands
would-
with the
I
same
thought-
person.
wow.
Wait, never mind, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Same person, okay,
Same
okay.
person, that's wrong.
That's interesting. No one ever said 16. That's the observation that person has 2 hands, right?
Wait.
Alright, I'm gonna
So
leave
then
it.
it's not
We'll talk
No.
about this.
Okay,
No one shook hands with themselves, and no one shook hands with their own roommate. How many roommates does everyone have?
1. So then that would be -1, so that would be 7.
4 other pairs of roommates.
7. Wait, 4 times
8, but 8 plus 2, right? They have Ralph and Rich.
Oh, I didn't see Rich. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So 8.
8, right?
But I feel like it can't be that easy.
But that's the point of these.
Now, why can't it be that easy? Let's go down the flow of ideas.
I just think like it's not that simple. Like this would be a puzzle if it was that simple.
So I can help you out.
Okay.
So I guess, how confident are you that it's 8?
Not very, just because it's a puzzle, so it shouldn't be that easy.
So to get a better answer, we would say, much to my amazement, each person gave a different number as an answer. So
So then everyone would say 8 if it was that easy.
correct. If it was,
So it can't be 8.
it could be 8.
Are any of these people inebriated? Like they don't remember?
On Saturday, we decided
Maybe.
to host a party and Rich. Rich didn't shake his roommate's hand. When everyone arrived, various handshakes took place. Obviously, no one shook hands with himself, and no one shook hands with his own roommate. Also, no one shook hands with the same person more than once. After the handshake himself, I asked each of the 9 other guys in the room. -2,
So,
-2,
so like
7.
Rich didn't shake Ralph's hand.
And Rich
So
didn't
there's
shake
still
Rich.
8.
No, and so 7.
No, there's still 8 people.
No,
Ralph
but-
and Rich plus 8, bro.
But
Four
no,
other-
but he didn't shake his own hand, so it's 7. There's 9 guys in the
There's
room.
10 people in the room.
No, I asked each of the 9 guys in the
9
room.
other guys. Okay, yeah.
Wait, hold on. 2.
There's 10 people.
Oh, there's 10, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
so
eight,
you
it's
take 2, it's 8. Now you have 8.
Mhm.
8 all age answers. Rich didn't shake Ralph's hand. But he could shake all the other
Wait, who invited these people?
Ralph and Rich.
They both invited these people.
So one Saturday we decided to host a party
Okay,
in the
hear
room.
me out. They can't invite someone they don't already know.
Okay.
Oh.
So?
Wait,
So-
how do you know that?
How are you
Yeah,
gonna invite?
I mean-
Well, if you invite someone,
You get to know them
you
first
get to
before you
know
invite them.
I'm not gonna
Good
invite a
point.
random person to my dorm.
Good observation. This is Rooter Hall.
What the heck is Rooter
I
Hall?
don't know. This is Rooter Hall, so it could be, right?
Well, okay, I'm thinking about just like my previous experience when I
Okay.
threw a birthday party. I got to have like a sit down conversation with someone before I said,
Mm.
"Oh, come." But the thing is, imagine you have to know 4 of the people because think about it. I can know you. I like this party that we
Like,
have
what
right
if
here.
Ralph invited the other people?
But it's just, do we know who invited Ralph or Rich?
Well, Ralph and my name is Ralph, and I live in an all-male dorm.
Okay, so Ralph invited them.
Yeah, okay.
He's
We
the
decided
narrator.
to host a party.
Okay, so I still say 8 because I say that Rich is someone who doesn't really conversate. We just live with the.
With a conversational person who invited all the other 8 people, but that 8 people, you have to only know 4 of them and just say, "Hey, bring your roommate too to this party."
Yeah.
So that means that they're shaking hands with people.
Rich
Rich
is
can't
not-
shake his own hand. He can't shake
His roommate's hand.
his roommate's hand. So that means he only shook.
8 people. The other people.
But what if he only shook 4 people?
Mm. Possibility, right?
But if 2 people come into a party, you always give hugs to both of them.
That's true.
Do you shake their hand?
Yes. As a business major, I always put my hand out and I'm like.
I always go for the hug.
I always go, Seema. And then just hug.
I always go for the hug.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Let's go down that flow of ideas.
Okay.
The purpose of this is the purpose of the puzzle. It's like, yeah, there is an answer to it. I don't know the answer, but it's very fun watching you guys get to the answer. But what matters is that we engage with 5 elements of effective thinking.
Okay.
So these elements are ways of thinking. So what matters most from this experience is that you guys go away feeling, number 1, that you engage with it, number 2, that you became smarter. And so there are ways to do that. So there's one. Let's start from understanding things deeply. What are the
Well, we know that there's 10 people in the room.
Okay.
And then they can't shake 2 of the hands, so that leaves 8. And then from the 8,
You can't shake your hands with the same person.
wait, that leaves 8. Oh, wait, yes, you can't do it. So there's, the highest number is 8, the lowest number is 0.
And the fact that everyone gave different answers.
everyone give your answer? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go down the route of your assumption on 8, because I'm still not entirely certain.
You can't go higher than 8.
You go lower than 8.
Yes, the lowest is 0, the highest is 8.
Lowest is
0.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they definitely shook hands with people. Because if everyone gave answers, that
Whenever
means they have to shake hands with people.
Well, 0 is an answer. Obviously, no one shook hands with himself and no one shook hands with his own roommate. Also, no one shook hands with the same person more than once. They never said they never shook hands at all.
Wait, let me see. Let me see that. Let me read that to make sure that's correct. So you're saying that a person can't shake hands with anyone?
Yeah,
They have
That's,
to at least be one.
that's
Yeah.
the lowest one.
What percent are you referring to one more time?
No, she's saying that you can say 0 as an answer.
Oh, you can, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But we still don't know which exactly shook hands with 0 people,
Exactly.
or if you shook hands with 4 people.
Exactly.
We know that the answer is between 0 and 8.
Yeah.
So there's 9
Okay.
possible answers.
Do we know how much hands you shook?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great. I like that. I like that. Okay, question. So we started off simple. We said 8. Okay, so we come to agreement that it's 8. Can we spotlight specifics? So this is a different mental model, which is saying take a specific example. So what if instead of there being invited 4 pairs of roommates, what if they invited 1 pair of roommates?
Then that's 2 people.
2 people?
He can't shake his hand with his own roommate, so he can shake hands with other 2 people.
Correct.
Yes.
So then we would say, okay, well now Rich can shake hands with 2 people.
Or
Yes.
0.
Or the highest that he shakes it with is 2, and the lowest he shakes it with is 0. That's the range. 0 to 2.
What number would that make this 9 here? So it says, what is that? 9?
Eight.
Okay.
No,
okay.
9.
So right here it says I asked each of the 9 other guys.
Okay.
So if we assume it's they invite 1 pair,
That's
what
only
would that be?
3 guys. 3 other
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 other guys. Would be including the roommates, so you only shake hands with 2 people.
Yes.
Okay. So it makes it a little more.
We're in Texas.
I'm gonna last back. I don't know if you-
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, we simplified it drastically. I feel a lot more comfortable with honestly 3 people than 8.
I agree.
So in total amount of people that could be there for. Fantastic. Okay. Can we add some descriptors? So if you want to understand anything deeper, add some adjectives, add some descriptors, try to describe
Friend.
it. What is that?
Friend.
Roommate.
Friend, roommate.
Um,
Node.
No.
Yeah.
Does a hug count as a handshake or no?
But there's no specifics on hugs here. For you know, like I think it's this is guys. Typically, guys like going for like
A dab,
dab,
does that
but
count as a handshake?
I don't know. Does it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think a handshake is a handshake. But that's a good question. So maybe we're considering what is a handshake,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And what if I just shake someone's butt? That would be considered a handshake. What would be a hand, right?
Oh, could you use it like your legs and do a handshake?
That's not a handshake, that's a
A
shake.
shake.
Yeah, but is that really clarified?
It's not. We're still handshake.
Okay, so that's a dead end. We can't go down that
Yeah.
route. We're trying to go down. That you were trying to go down. So can we try to fail fast? So fire, element of fire, which is failing. It's a mental model.
We know it's not 9.
So we know it's not 9. Why?
We also know it's not 10.
Yeah.
We know it's not above 8.
Let me intentionally prompt you guys to fail. Let's just say Rich shook hands with 11 people.
Can't happen. There's not a lot of people in the
There's
group.
not a lot of people in the
Wait,
group.
does Rich have hands?
Yeah, he's doing That's
Wait.
that's.
Does he have hands?
Wait, that could also be a good question.
I haven't thought about that personally.
Okay, so we're just gonna assume he has 3
We're gonna make this up.
Okay, we're gonna assume he has 3 hands. So why can't it be 11?
because there's only 10 people in the group.
Well, we're saying pair. Are we sure?
Oh, pairs, yeah, pairs can't come in
So
11.
it could be 11, huh?
Wait, you can't. Because
No,
pairs
pairs
could
too.
only be
Is that really the
any
case?
even number 12, 14, 18, 16.
Okay, I guess I just don't understand what pairs, but oh, is that really the case? Okay.
A pair's 2. How many pairs? If you have a pair of shoes, how many shoes do you have?
2.
See, other people came here. They're saying pair could be 3.
No, that's a couple. No, that's a.
That'd be a
That's
couple.
no, no.
Third goal.
No, that's what we're.
Good point.
That's a crowd. Three's a crowd.
Interesting. Fairly educated in this. Okay, I don't know. I didn't know what a pair was. Okay. Okay, so we know that can't happen, and we're now certain that it's a pair. Let's keep going. Can we ask the question? Can we go down the flow and ask the element? Ask a recreating question. So element of air, which raise questions, full questions out of thin air.
Does
Be your
Rich
own.
have hands?
Does Rich have hands?
Rich have hands.
Did the other roommates say invited have hands? Did all those roommates actually show up? Even though they invited them, did they show up? Did the 9 other guys
Right.
show up? Because you could also take this poll the next day and just
No, no,
like,
because
knock on
they
the
asked
door.
each of the 9 other guys in the room.
But even if they ask, you could just go and knock.
Other
on them
guys
and
in
ask
the
them.
room.
Oh, they're in the room.
Oh wait, but they're in the room. But that doesn't mean that they were at the party,
That's true.
right?
Doesn't mean that they actually.
After the handshake and stuff, I asked each of the 9 other guys in the
Could be
room.
10 hours later, 100 hours later. Could be like after
We
the
can't assume that after the handshake stopped, it's a millisecond after the handshake stopped.
Right. So, okay, but I like the approach where you're saying essentially potentially they're not there.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them's not there. I feel like we should have an answer to it, but I guess there is a component to what you're saying because what if there's no one there?
No, but it's Rich and what's his name? Ralph's room.
Right.
So there can't ever be no one there
I don't know that.
because it was a party that they threw and they asked questions to people. You can't ask questions. You can't have a party without anyone there. You know.
Right. It wouldn't be a party if there was no one there. Okay. Could it be?
So they
If
I
the
said
party
as
was
long as there's
there,
one person, I feel like it's a party.
Can we have some basic questions? What are some basic questions we can ask?
Who came?
Or maybe that's a hard question. We can't
What is
figure
the
out.
location of this
Ruder Hall.
hall?
Oh, okay.
It's a big question.
That's a complicated question.
But the location is Rooter.
Well, yeah. A basic question would be where is it? We know Ruder Hall.
Yeah.
A complicated question would be what is Ruder Hall?
Yeah. What school is Rooter Hall?
Well, it's an all-male dorm.
Okay.
So it's not, it could not even be a school. It could be just a dorm. The dorm is located
In schools.
in schools. Okay. Anything? Other basic question you could ask?
Who's Ralph's roommate?
Rich?
That's a basic
That's a basic question, right? Reality check?
That's right. That's right. How many people showed up?
Okay, now last element, effective thinking.
question.
That's this one. Last one is water, fourth one, sorry. That's the one, right, it's the fourth one. And this is what we've been practicing the whole time just right now. By going with flow of ideas, we'll come to the next one, avoid this one. We tried to run down some paths, we found dead ends. Still not too sure about the no hands one.
We embraced doubt. We
Embraced
doubted
doubt.
each other for a second, yeah.
That's correct. Can we, so I have a question, both of you guys. What is a place that we can doubt right now on this puzzle? We're under approach to the puzzle.
How many people have hands? How many people are open to shaking hands?
Yeah.
Very
What exactly is the definition of a handshake? Is it you tapping someone up? Is it you giving someone a hug? Is it like a rod people chuck kisses? Like is it that? Like you don't know.
Okay. And I would say also, doubt for me would be that it's just so, it feels like, there's a lot of clutter,
Yeah.
noise. You know, I want to get to the solution, but it sounds like it doesn't even matter. But this is, you know, at Ruder Hall.
Yeah, all male
Could it-
dorm.
Like,
That
what is
doesn't
noise
matter.
here?
Yeah. All male dorm. What else is noise here?
Because it could be noise. A lot of it, I'm assuming, is noise. Could there be?
Various handshakes doesn't matter. Just have handshakes doesn't matter.
You want to try puzzle? Sure. So we didn't get to an answer, which is okay. So we didn't get to a better
We don't
answer.
see the features.
So essentially, you're going to become more
Most of y'all probably
effective
didn't
thinker.
get the answer.
And so the element, so we just practiced 4 elements of effective thinking, and what just happened is you guys, the puzzle did change in your perspective. We approached it. We were initially a little confused. I think maybe we're even more confused right now. Did it
Can I
have
take a
hands?
picture of this riddle?
Yeah,
I
go for
searched it up and asked
Definitely,
Chat. How did you know? I learned
I know, ChatGPT. Everyone, use ChatGPT. Just use it.
ChatGPT.
We ask it right now.
ChatGPT.
I'll give you the answer,
We won't
please.
give you
We
the
won't,
answer.
but we're just gonna look just so we
Okay,
know.
okay.
But keep going ahead. Your science.
Yeah. Essentially, your mind has now essentially changed. And so I would encourage both of you to approach the larger puzzle of your life via elements of effective thinking.
All right, so after analyzing the discussion that I've had with these 3 people, one key thing that I've realized was that you'll notice how the man basically said, well, like, I'm worried to fail. That's why I don't want to give an answer. And you'll notice that as soon as we prompt him to quickly just give us an answer, and he said 8, you know, that was something that he was stuck on. And so then we were quickly able to realize, well, why was that not the case? And then we found, we were able to get to the structure of the puzzle to realize, oh, well, every person gave a different answer. So how do we know that Rich was that person that gave the answer of 8? And so this is a really key thing, that if we are worried to fail, no progress is done. And also analyzing the interaction with these 2 women as well, I think that it shows a really great thing just to kind of dive in and to really explore various concepts. So like potentially Rich or Ralph don't have hands, or potentially it's like, what is Ruder Hall? Where is this located? These basic questions. Maybe I think something very interesting that one of the women said was that maybe Rich or Ralph they don't remember. And I think that was by far the most interesting perspective that we went down. But the point here is that we picked perspectives to go down and we engaged. We could have just said 8 and just left it at that. But the point is that that doesn't allow engagement. Because we went down the 5 elements of effective thinking, we were able to get to exploring various flows of ideas, what led to a dead end, what didn't lead to a dead end. It was quite interesting just to kind of see how one of the women essentially said 16 to start with. Not much people were able to say that, but this is a willingness to just quickly dive in and fail. And so we were able to find out, oh, well, I can't be 16. Everyone has 2 hands, but it says specifically that they shook another person's hand, I believe. So let's go ahead and dive into the last group of men who came to the table. And by far, I think this is also a very interesting discussion that I've had with them. So yeah, let's do that.
Let me think about this really quick. Oh, you guys are on YouTube, by the way.
Sounds good.
There's a few subscribers, so you only get like my relatives watch. Okay, so you said 8,
Yes.
and potentially we're assuming that, and that's a good assumption that you made. Potentially, these people are just wrong. Maybe they have Alzheimer's, which they can't remember. That's a very good distinction. Most people don't make that distinction. Most people don't understand that saying an answer doesn't mean they actually shook,
Yeah.
right? That's a very good.
Yeah, because, I mean, they could have said, well, I think I shook 10 hands, but, you
Yeah.
know, maybe they
They
miscounted.
forgot.
Yeah.
Each person just gave a different number as their answer, So it doesn't, because what we've been given is the facts, and then at the end it says that's what each person says. So from a
Yeah.
factual standpoint, we know that it's 8, but they're saying that it was a different.
Maybe they
number.
lied,
Maybe that is true. Maybe they did lie.
right?
Maybe they didn't play the game correctly. Like,
Maybe they did shake hands with them.
Okay, question. So, but we're still in a world where we don't have the sure answer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's possible.
So let's understand. Let's define thinking. Let's understand deeply. Can we? What are the fundamentals of this puzzle?
How many people in the room? What happened?
The rules of, like, not shaking your own hand, not shaking your hand. Like, there was guidelines to the shaking of hands.
Rules. Okay, we got rules. We got rules. We got shaking hands.
Yeah.
The action of shaking hands,
We
and
have the setup of how the situation happened.
Yeah, there's a party in the room.
oh, maybe analysis, right? Because we're dealing with Ralph is giving an analysis. Maybe it's first person.
Oh, it is first person because he's saying hi, my name is Ralph. This is
Yeah,
Ralph's
yeah.
first
So
person.
he's asking how many, because Richie's his roommate.
What is Ralph?
Maybe Ralph is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not Richie, how does he not know?
Much to my amazement, each person gave. This is what it said. Much to my amazement, each person gave a different answer for the rest of these. Okay, so let's go down the path of assuming. Let's go down. If we think about components, first person, right? Let's go down that flow of ideas. What is a specific instance of, like, what about the puzzle makes you think as first person?
Hi, my name is Ralph.
Yeah.
It's written in, like, he's saying, hi, my name is Ralph.
Why would you say that?
Because he's introducing himself to maybe another person that was not a part of the party.
Well, because he's explaining his correlation with Rich. Because it's like, nobody shook hands with their own roommate. So it's like he's letting you know in the first paragraph that Rich is his roommate, like
Yeah.
I live in Rudder Hall with my roommate Rich.
Describing the setting.
Yeah, he's describing the setting and his correlation with Rich.
Talking to someone that potentially knows Rich. Well, no, I mean, they don't know Rich, right?
Yeah.
He's just saying my roommate's Rich. So he's clearly talking with someone who doesn't know his name. Hi, my name is Ralph. But if you would say hi, my name is Ralph multiple times for someone who would assume that Ralph has Alzheimer's. Right?
Yeah.
Or he doesn't remember. Okay, question. Can we add some descriptors, adjectives? Can we describe this puzzle? So I'll start. Very narrative. It's a narrative.
Yeah.
And
Telling a story.
maybe if I go down the flow of ideas and think more about narrative, I can say it's a story. Do stories have answers?
No, stories are most of the time it's the journey.
They can have answers,
They
I'd say.
can, yeah.
Those answers are more philosophical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you guys go. Any descriptors?
It's really philosophical.
I'd say, while it is in first person, it's also like recounting. It's almost like in the past tense. One Saturday we decided. Like, so this is something that already happened.
So there could be a memory problem.
Yeah.
That's a good point. What Saturday was it? Just 20 years ago?
Yeah, just one Saturday
40 years ago?
after the handshaking stopped. Yeah, so it's like this is very much he's
Maybe this is him questioning.
this is a recollection of something that
Maybe
happened.
this is questioning him questioning his own recollection because he's introducing himself and he's providing the situation and asking the question again. Maybe that's because he himself doesn't know why they gave the different answers.
Interesting perspective. Okay, let's go down another element of thing, just failing. That's an obviously wrong question.
A wrong question would just be, how does Ralph know Rich? It's already there. It's already described.
What's our puzzle? Yeah, we're working on this one right here. Okay, so what was your obviously wrong answer?
Okay, wait. Ask me the question again.
So what's an obviously wrong answer?
To how many hands?
Okay,
Obviously, wrong
okay,
answer to this.
okay.
Throw a random answer out that you know is wrong.
One.
No, one could be right.
Maybe
Because it doesn't say that he shook hands with everybody. It just says that he Oh. didn't shake hands with anybody else. So it'd be more like
Well,
10. Yeah, because now that's more people than there are in the room.
Yes.
Wait, did you say 10 could be a good answer?
I say 10 could be a wrong.
Oh, yeah, correct. Okay, good. I was worried that you said 10 would be
No, no.
the correct answer.
Yeah.
Like, you said 20 also.
So yeah, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, because now that's more people than there are in the room. So unless he's shaking hands twice with multiple people,
We can't.
yeah, which we can't do, so it'd be a wrong answer.
A negative answer would be a wrong answer.
Yeah.
Negative, we can have negative handshakes.
I think the most hand. Sorry, where are you guys now?
Okay.
We have the same question, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the most hand you can shake is 8, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The last hand you can shake is 0, but you cannot
Correct.
do 0. Since if you have the maximum of 8 hands, you cannot do 0, right?
You could do 0.
You could do 0.
Think about it. It doesn't say that. It says that a person shook hands with. They didn't shake hands with their roommate.
It says various handshakes took place, but it doesn't say Richie had various handshakes take place.
Correct.
It just said in this entire room of, 9 people shook hands.
So
10 people, right? The room has 10 people.
10 people. I would
10.
hope so.
Yes. We're not counting Rich. Yes.
So the constraints are that you can't shake it. You can't shake someone else's hand more than once, and you can't shake your roommate's hand.
Yeah.
So then where we're at is saying that's where you're at, which is 8. To assume that if we picked a person at random here, that person maximum hands that he can shake is 8. But then we're confused because now it's asking us how many hands did Rich shake. So it's almost like we should be certain that Rich can shake.
Yeah. I mean, if you said
no.
what is the maximum amount of hands
First
that
of all,
Rich shook?
each person give a different number as his answer. There are 9 different people, so each people give a different answer.
Yeah.
It can be 0 to 8. So
Correct.
that's 9 number.
Yeah.
But if somebody shake 8 hands, then nobody can shake 0 hands. If somebody
Correct.
has shake 8, if I shake 8 hands, my roommate cannot shake
You
hands.
see what he's getting at?
Oh, so it's 0 to 8.
So if someone shook 8 hands, then everyone must have had a handshake.
Oh my
then
God.
his roommate has
Yeah.
0 handshake. Can
Yeah.
have 0 handshake.
Yeah.
So we can have 0 to 8
You could have 0 to 8 because Richie can't shake Ralph's hand because that's his roommate.
if
Yeah.
I shake everybody's hands other than my roommate, I have 8 handshake, right?
Yeah.
If my roommate shake nobody's hand, he has 0 handshake.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So
the number combination can be 0 to 8. 0,
could,
1,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
9, that's 9 different answer.
Yeah.
So how many hands do I shake?
Point.
I ask each of them. If I shake 8 hands, then my
Right.
roommate has to shake 0 hands.
Yeah. So
So
Wait, is that correct? So
if I shake 8 hands, my
Okay.
roommate definitely has to shake 0 hands.
let's think about that. Let's think a little bit harder. 'Cause I'm trying to understand the connection. So
There are 9 different.
because if you shake 8 hands, I don't think that necessarily stops Ralph from shaking
Yeah.
hands.
If
Because
I shake everybody else's hands, the other, let's say you are my roommate, right?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Dave.
Oh, my name is Charlie.
Charlie.
My name is Charlie. I shake everybody else's hands.
Yeah.
Each of them have 1 handshake. Hey, hi. Okay, if I shake everybody else's hand, then they would at least have 1 handshake.
Yeah.
But we would also have somebody who has 0 handshake, and then that somebody has to be you, Dave.
I'm still trying to.
But that doesn't mean that it's.
But it is asking how many shakes did Richie shake?
Yes. So how many hands
And he
each
can't-
shake depends on how many hands I shake.
Okay.
I think. Okay, let me think about this. So, I like where you're coming at because he's essentially saying that if a person shook 8 hands, then that would mean that
If everybody gave a different answer, out of the 9 people, the 9 other people, it goes from 1 to or 0 to.
because 0 isn't an answer because
Yeah.
if an answer can be
it can't be 0,
yeah,
right?
because if he shook one person's hand, then that means
Yeah.
that person can't have said 0.
Yeah.
So
But
if everybody
everybody else-
if everybody gave
everybody gave a
if
different
everybody
number.
gave different answers, then one of those answers cannot have been 0.
Right. And what are the possible answers? 8, right?
Yeah.
So it would have to be 1 through 8.
1 through 8. Yeah, because then if he shakes nobody's hands, then everybody would have said 0.
So it has to be 1 through 8.
So it has to be 1 through 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as long as he shook one person's hand, then there's no one that would have said 0 handshakes took place.
Yeah.
So, question: what is the main question here? What is the main question?
How many hands did Rich shake?
How many hands are you shaking? Are we considering the right question? Maybe we will get to the answer if we figure out how many hands did Ralph shake. Do we know how much hands Ralph shook?
No. Maybe?
So question:
Well, Ralph is also max of 8, you know, because he's his roommate.
do we know Ralph was at the party?
Well, yes, because he was the host. him and Rich were the hosts.
We decided to host a party in our room.
But can a host not be at a party?
Then how is he a host then?
Well, I asked each of the 9 other guys in the room.
So he is there.
The 9 other guys. So 9 other excluding him in the room, which means that he would have to be in the room.
Wait,
no?
so Rich
He can be
is one of
standing outside the
9
room
guys.
and he asked the 9 other guy in the room.
Maybe
Rich
he's standing at the doorway.
Yeah, but if it's 9 other guys, Rich would be one of those 9 people that he asked.
No. 9 other. There's 10 people in the room.
So you're saying
Yeah, as
the
in-
room, essentially.
Oh, it says other guy, right?
Yeah,
so,
9 others.
So he has
outside
to be
of
in the
him.
room.
So,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I asked each of the 9 other guys in the
Ralph
room, which
asked.
proves that he's in the room.
Yeah, but Ralph asked the 9 other guys, which means Rich gave an answer, which means how many hands did Rich shake? Rich has told him how many hands he was shaking.
Yeah, so Rich would have to know, no? Unless he miscounted.
But question.
Like, his answer would be the right one, no?
So, question. Is it possible that Ralph was not at the party?
No, I don't think
I find it unlikely, considering
Yeah.
he asked the 9 other
In the
guys
room?
in the room.
So could the party have ended? And then he asked, like could there be? I guess
Like, let's say the party has ended, they're at a different spot, and he's like, these 9 other guys were in the room.
Or maybe
And he asked
maybe it's like one guy left and another dude replaced
Maybe
him.
the party ended, and he
Yeah.
just, like, texted the group chat, the party group chat, big, like, yo, how many hands did y'all shake?
Or maybe the 9 other guys are the people who are in the room with him right now that he's introducing themselves. You know?
Okay, question. I'm gonna guide you guys through some more mental models. Can we ask some basic questions? Like, what are some questions that we obviously know the answer to?
How many people there were in the room?
Do we know that? I mean, what's a pair? It says a pair of 4.
So there are 8 people coming. So plus the 2 who are already in the room. That's 10.
I mean, we're assuming a pair is 2, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The pair means 2, right?
Is that what it means?
Yes, I would.
I'd say that's the most. That's
I had
the
some
most.
people tell me it's 3.
Oh.
So 2 or 3. Okay,
Old dudes at this party.
Yeah, we know that.
So question. The fact that it says that it's all dudes at this party, what does that make you? Can you add any descriptors to that? Can you add any descriptors to that sentence? Maybe out of hand. Like, does it matter?
Not really.
It's kind of a red herring.
Yeah, like it doesn't. Really,
I feel like it's
one of those
it's not
things
the
that's obvious.
it's
but
not the most
yeah.
important detail. It doesn't have any correlation to the amount of hands that
Yeah.
were shaken.
Everybody. What if somebody has no hands?
Oh,
You have enough.
essentially,
Yeah, what if they have like an arm missing? You know?
That'd be too sad.
can you shake 2 people's hands at the same time?
Or what if they shook
both hands.
both
at the
hands?
same
Because
time.
wait,
Well, yeah,
Just
because
one person.
it can't. Well, shook hands with the same person more than once. But what
would
if
that
at
count?
The same time?
Yeah, would that count? Would that like you know?
Yeah.
Because this is shaking hands, you know.
Yeah,
if we're
that's-
just like
and that's doing it once.
And it's
Yeah.
Ritter Hall. Maybe that's their
Yeah.
maybe that's their handshake.
because it didn't ask how many handshakes took place. It asked how many hands.
I'm
Like,
gonna take a guess.
Take a guess. Yeah.
4.
4?
Yes.
Why?
I just do it with the most simple model. There's 4 of us now. The maximum handshake we can have is 2, right? If let's say I'm the guy, if I ask you guys how many hands has you guys shake, I know I want you to have all different answers. You two cannot shake each other's hand, so you two will shake hands. Then it's 0, 1, 1. Then I will shake your hand to be 0, 1, 2.
But we're
Then
not
he's the
we're not
middle
asking
number.
how many times have he shaken hands, I've shaken hands. If you're the guy, then we're only focused on you. How many times you've shaken hands?
What do you mean? I'm asking how many. He's my roommate. The
Yes.
question is how many times have he shaken hands? In this case, the only number he can shake is 1.
Well, he can shake 2 hands.
He can
my
shake
hand.
mine and then,
No, if then let's be 1, 1. He's gonna 2. I cannot make one of you 0. Then you will have a same number. One of you has to be 0.
like you're saying, in order for all of us to have separate answers,
Oh.
he can only shake one hand.
Yes, in this
Okay.
case, in 4 people's case.
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, if I want to make this assumption correct, I'm
So,
gonna do
so
6
you're
more, 2 more people. and do
you're
8
thinking
people.
of it in a way of like, instead of focusing on this question, it's more about how can we make this statement correct?
Yes, that's what I'm
Each
saying.
person gave a different number.
I mean, this is the most simple math model. It's
Yeah,
4 of us,
yeah.
Right? If we
Okay.
make it more complex, I would say it's in the middle. That's my guess.
So let me
right?
try reflecting what you said.
For now, it's 1.
Yeah.
Between 0 plus 2 divided by 2.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So
take
you're
a guess.
saying
Zero
if
plus
he
eight
if
divided
he
by-
shook 4 hands, then that's a good amount to where everybody would have a different answer.
Yes. But I'm not sure whether that's the only combination though.
No, but it's
some,
a good
some
combination.
people would think that he shook more hands. Some people would think that he shook less hands, and he would say that he shook 4.
Yeah.
So there's 4. That's a good point that you brought out, that we're all 4 here. We can really think about this. So let's just say you're my roommate. Hey, I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you. And then I'm not shaking your hand. So I shook
each other.
2 people's hands. And then you both are roommates. So you're going to shake my hand. You're going to shake. But you don't have to. So you may not shake the hand at all. You're going to shake maybe my hands. Now 0, 3, 2, 1. But then, can you shake a hand? You can. I'm a little lost. So how much hands would you shake? So let's say me and you are roommates, and I shake both of you guys' hands. I have now shook 2 hands, right? So now the question is, how much hands would you shake? So you can only shake one person's hand. So 2, 1. How many hands would you shake?
0.
No.
0, 1, 2.
Can you shake 3 hands? You can't shake his hand.
Oh, I can't shake his hand. Yeah,
So you
it
just
has to
0.
be 0, yeah.
So how much hands would he shake?
0, 1, 2.
But you already said 0.
I'm a 0. I mean, the 0, 1, 2 is the only combination we have. Right?
0, 1, and 2.
Yes. And you have to shake 1.
So he.
And that's for 4 people. So what
Yes.
would be?
There's
what
3.
Would, yeah.
There's 3. So maybe this is a good. Maybe this is a good.
Well,
time.
if there was 10 people in the room and 2 of them are roommates, then I mean I think 4 is definitely one of the numbers in that combination.
What if it was 3 people here? What would be the combination?
3 people here, 2 of us are roommates, and I can only shake 1 hand.
Then it'd be 0, 1, right?
Yeah, it would be 0, 1.
So you guys are roommates.
Let's do it with 6 people. Let's say we have 2 more players here. This guy and that guy. Okay, they are roommates. The plant and the camera. So we are roommates and you guys are roommates. Okay. So I ask the question: how many hands have you shaken? And one of you say. So the answer should be from 0 to 4, or 0 to 4, right? Okay. Now let's figure out how many hands has he shaken, right?
Because if he's my roommate, then it's like 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
So you guys doesn't matter. I just do not assign number to him yet.
Yeah.
I can assign a random number to you guys,
Yeah.
right? Let's say you shake 4 hands.
Yeah.
You shake the most. So you shake everybody other than your roommates.
Except
So 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's remember your count. Okay. You remember your count plus the plan. I remember my count plus the camera.
Yeah.
So we are now 1, 1, 1, 1. You are 4.
4.
You are 0. You shake, let's say 3 hands. Let's say you do 0 hands.
Okay, so really
let's
quick.
let's make it 0 and 4. Make it extreme. Put
So
together.
6. So let's do this really quick. Camera. So we got 3, 3. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I can shake.
0 hands. You do not shake any hands.
Okay.
You do 0
I will
hands.
do
You
0.
do 4 hands.
I do 4.
All 4 of us. So we are 1, 1, 1, 1. He's 0. Right?
So we would still be at 1.
So we have 3, 2, and 1. Can the plant shake 3 hands? So the plant has to shake 2 more hands, right?
Yes.
He already shake with you. She cannot. The plant cannot shake with you. He has already shaken with you.
Yeah.
The plant is 3, so he has to shake 2 more. 1, 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
that's
plant is 3. This guy is 1. So how many are you now? 2.
2.
I'm
So
also
he's shaking with me
yeah.
and with him.
I'm also 2, right? I shake with you 2. He's 1. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 0, 4. So he's 2. That's fixed. So let's see whether we can have another way to fix this problem. If we can have another way to fix this problem, this is not the only solution. That is not correct, right? So let's say you shake 4 hands. Okay. You shake 1 hand. Okay. You shake all of us.
I shake 1 hand.
You shake 1 hand.
1 hand. Okay.
Then we would have. Somebody has to. No, you cannot shake 1 hand. You have to shake 0 hands because all of us are already 1 now. So you must be 0.
Well, we're assuming there's 6 people. So if he shook 4 people's hands,
He shake all of us.
okay.
You have to be 0. Otherwise, nobody can be 0, right?
assuming that he and the plant is the roommate.
Because he's my roommate.
Yes. So he has to be 0. Then that's fixed. Then we
Because I
have
already shook 4.
1, 2, 3. Then this guy 1 has to be 1. 1 has to be 3. So he has to be 2. Problem solved. It's a middle number. So if we have 4 more, we have 10 people, then it's 4.
Then it's 4. That'd be the middle number.
Yes. The middle number.
It'd be between 4.
Is that correct?
But we don't know which one is Rich.
Yeah.
Which one of us is Rich?
What do you mean? I'm saying
Making the
I'm
assumption that he's the middle person.
I'm Rafa, right? I'm Rafa.
Like you're
My
taking
roommate is
like
Rich.
the median of the number.
Wait, Rich is my roommate, right?
Yes.
So I'm Rafa. I'm asking this question to every one of you. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's my roommate, so he's
Yeah.
Rich. He's 2. That's all the
We're
problem.
assuming Rich would be right by you, essentially.
Rich is my roommate, right?
That's a good perspective because he's essentially saying that Rich would be right by him,
So he
As
wouldn't.
shaking
Yeah.
hands.
So he would. Yeah. Okay.
greeting you at the door. So maybe, are we assuming that Ralph would be on the left-hand side? I don't know, the way we read things in America. We read left to right.
This is the only combination we can have, right? If you shake your 4 hands, your roommate has to shake 0 hands. If you shake your 3 hands, your roommate has to shake 1 hand. So if I want to ask everybody and everybody has a different handshake, so both of us have to shake 2 hands.
I'm really slow. Can you explain a little bit slower? I'm very slow.
Yeah, I mean, you say
Okay.
it's a pair. If your roommate shake 4 hands, you have to shake 0 hands for we have to have all the combination, right? So it's 4, 0, 3, 1, 2, 2. That's all the combination we have.
Dude, what are you majoring
Electronic engineering.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you guys
I'm like,
major in?
is it just me? I'm slow, or I don't know. I'm a software engineer, so software engineering for me.
Yeah. EMT.
Computer science.
I mean, we are big.
All engineers.
Well, what's the EMT?
Gather here.
Medical technician, emergency medical technician.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what's
The
the
ambulance.
Yeah, it's to become a firefighter. Yeah, I'm trying to get my paramedics license.
Wow, that's so cool.
So I don't know the answer. That's so the whole point.
Mhm.
There's an answer, and I would encourage you guys to look at the YouTube video I'm going to post. I have a channel in a website, but I don't know the answer to it. But I would be very curious. Do a ChatGPT if you think you're right. But
I know I'm right.
what we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm going to ask like 10 other students, and we're going to be thinking through this. But the point of the matter here, what I've been trying to guide you guys, is that yes, we had a puzzle, and potentially we got the answer. I'm still trying to understand the connection. Yeah, definitely. But the point of the matter here is that I've been prompting you guys via elements of effective thinking. So the 5 elements of effective thinking: earth, fire, water, air. Earth is understand deeply, get yourself grounded. Fire is fail fast. Air is raise questions, pull questions out of thin air. Water is see the flow of ideas. And as we've been applying these 5 elements of effective thinking to this puzzle, what happened was the puzzle changed. This guy came in also, provided some more insights, and the puzzle changed.
I will say, yeah, because we said 8 originally, but that would have been the max amount of numbers that he would have shaken.
And he helped
But
us
then
realize
once
that.
you made me realize that it's like, in order for the statement to be true, that everybody said a
Yeah.
different number, that means that it was probably
It became
been
more.
closer.
It became less. How many did he shake? It became more applying the rules. To
Yeah,
make
it
the
became
statement
more,
true.
how can
Yeah.
everybody else be right? 4 hands.
Wow.
This guy, I don't know the
Wow.
connection, but I'll make the connection. Okay, question now. Most important question that we're going to pull out of this experience. What did we apply that, what question should you have approached this puzzle initially? So we had this puzzle. Let's just say you guys came in. I don't know how long ago you guys already came in. But let's just say I came in here and you approached this puzzle. What question should you have asked to start off with?
As you,
No, just
in general. Okay.
in general, for you to develop that structure right away to get to the question to answer 4, what question should you have asked to begin with?
Like, how could each person have gave a different answer?
Yeah. Okay.
How could
Find the statements,
find the statements?
the condition of each person with a different answer, right?
Yeah.
Maybe get more grounded on the conditions.
Yeah.
You cannot shake your roommate's hands. You can only shake the other hands for maximum 1 time. So
Maybe we should have asked, hey, if a person shook 8 people's hands, can a person shake 0 hands?
0 hands.
yeah.
Okay, what does that reveal? What kind of mental model does that give you guys? Like, I guess I'm trying to pull out an abstraction. Because look, we have a puzzle, right?
Yep.
And we went through this puzzle. We just applied thinking. We've thought through the puzzle. But now you have puzzles in your own life. So
I will say, like, when you bring it up like that, I'm not encoding like y'all, but it is sort of like it's like an if statement where it's like, in order for this to be true, that means that the answer can't be 8.
right, it cancels itself out.
Yeah.
So are there problems in your life where if you just thought more about the constraints, you would have developed deeper understanding? So
Yeah.
the purpose of this experience is that, so if you guys are curious where this puzzle is from, why I do this, where it's from this book called Making Up Your Own Mind. Very beat up, because the book really influenced the way I think. And that's where the puzzle's from. This book has 5 elements of effective thinking: earth, fire, water, air. And it has puzzles like this one. There's other puzzles. And the third part of this book is written upside down, because the author really wanted to, let's see, let's bring it here. Yeah, like mirrored. Because the author really wanted to hone in that you should approach thinking, you should approach things through different perspectives. And so, but the point, the most crucial point of the book, and what I do here, and what the author does, is that you have a puzzle, but the objective isn't to get the answer. It's to cycle through the 5 elements of effective thinking, cycle through them like 10 times. Ask, all right, what are the fundamentals? Or let's just go, okay, how can I create some questions? What are some big picture questions? What are some basic questions? What's a completely unrelated question? Where can I embrace doubt? Where does this puzzle come from? Where can I fail effectively? Where can I fail intentionally? How can I push it to an extreme to see where it breaks? How can I, what are the fundamentals of this puzzle? What are the constraints? Or how can I follow the specific? These are all elements.
Yeah, I think that's what we do, right? We started with
Start with the simple?
most basic model of only 4 people, right? It cannot be simpler than that.
And was that the key realization? I think, is that what helped?
Yes. I mean, if you start with 4 people, then you can quickly realize you and your roommate have to shake one hand for everybody to have different
You
answers.
see?
Yeah.
So question, are there parts in your life where you should just start with the simple? You have to give an answer right now.
Because you first invite one person to see what that scenario would look
Right.
like, and then you invite another person to see what that scenario would look like, and eventually you make your way up to the 2 pairs or the 4 pairs of people coming into the apartment, and by then you have an answer of how many you and your roommate would have shaken, just by
Starting
going
with
through the
simple.
motion, of one roommate or one invitee.
So I would encourage you guys to start with the simple and the larger puzzles of your life. The whole point of this experience is to say, hey, life has a lot of different puzzles, kind of like this whimsical puzzle. Very whimsical, very, very simple, but there are mental models that you can pull out and apply to larger puzzles. All right, guys, so we have hit the end of this YouTube video, and I highly encourage you to really apply the elements of effective thinking. If you have went ahead and applied them in the beginning, that's just great. Hopefully some additional people coming in with their own opinions maybe provoke some more thought in your mind as you were personally working on this puzzle. I think the key realization based on my session with these 3 gentlemen is that there's a key benefit to applying Spotlight to specific, which is asking, what if there's only 4 people? If there's only 4 people. And so that really helped us to pinpoint, okay, well, is this even possible? How is it possible that 4 people can shake different people's hands, And so we found that it would be possible, given, let's just say, if I had a roommate with me, and I can only shake 2 people's hands max, right? And there we go. That's it. And then one person can only shake one person's hand max. But then we would have 2 zeros. So then we went ahead and we moved that number up to 6 and then to 10. So I don't entirely, still don't understand the answer to this puzzle, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that we fostered great engagement. People thought, people applied elements of effective thinking, and so hopefully you applied elements of effective thinking as well throughout this video. And let's just keep on it. So as my skydiving instructor used to tell me, I say used to as if I go multiple times, but as he told me, welcome to the addiction.